Well, amen. Welcome to video class number 3. And if you've made it this far, you're amazing. A lot of people give up, their fingers get sore, they just can't handle the practice time. But you're going to learn another key today, a brand new chord, and another key. We're working on the 3 major keys that you'll need. G, the key of G, the key of D, and the key of C. Today we'll be working on the key of C. And you're going to keep some chords that you already know. Let's just take a little bit of review time here. The basic chords in the key of G, as you well know, are G, C, and D. Alright? G, you remember that one? C, hopefully you've been practicing them and you can get them fast, fast, fast. And D. Now what you did when you learned the next key, you kept the G and the D chord. And we moved on to the key of D by learning the A7th chord. From the first lesson you learned G, C, and D. The second lesson you learned the A7th chord, giving you another key, the key of D. And you did that all by just learning that extra A7th chord. Today we learn chord number 5. And this puts us in a 3rd key. Now we can work on the key of C. And again, we're going to keep the C chord and the G chord from the very first lesson. We're going to keep those 2, and we're going to add the F chord. Very difficult chord, but don't cry. You can do it. Amen? You'll see this bar on here, and that represents a bar that goes all the way across that first fret. And that's what we're going to work on today, the F chord. All right? Now, I show it 2 ways, and on the website you'll see an explanation about this as well. Finger number 1 is going to actually bar all 6 of these, or just 2 of them. You can kind of play it either way. You can bar all 6 or just the bottom 2. It's a lot easier if you just bar the bottom 2 and don't pick this top string. We'll have another lesson soon about strumming. You'll see that. Don't worry too much about strumming. Memorize the position of these chords, all right? So this F chord is going to go right there on those frets. You're going to be using frets number 1, 2, and 3. You're going to be using your little finger again, and it's going to look like this. That's how you're going to want to do your F chord. Hopefully we can zoom up on that a little bit, and let's see if we can keep this on there as well. And that's the F chord, all right? And you're going to want to learn to drop it on there just like the G, C, D, A7th. Now you're learning chord number 5, F, and learn to drop it on there, okay? F chord is very strategic, very important for you to learn. Again, from the first lesson you learned G, C, and D. From the second lesson you learned D, A7th, and G. We kept 2 of the chords, learned the new one, the A7th chord. And on this lesson we're keeping the C and the G chord, but we're adding the F chord, creating the key of C. C, F, and G. Alright, we'll learn some alternate chords later on, the G7th and C7th and some of those. But for now, with those 5 basic chords, G, C, D, A7th, and F, you'll be able to play in 3 different keys. Later, when you add the capo with those same 3 chord progressions in those 3 different keys, you'll be able to play in A flat, B flat, F, D flat. You'll be able to play in some strange keys that would be very difficult if you had to learn those chords, but we use the capo, and some people call it a cheater bar. I don't call it a cheater bar. I like to keep it simple. I want the kids, remember again, my philosophy is that the kids could see us playing guitar with simple chords, G, C, and D, A7th, and F. They can see us using simple chords, and they can say, wow, I can do that. And we have a lot of students registered now. God has been good to give us pastors and youth directors and some children, even a grandmother so far is registered. And the Lord has really been good, and I want people to see that it's easy. We have children 8 years, 10 years, 12 years old, and I want them to be able to do this thing without any problem. So we keep it simple, and we just do our best to serve the Lord. Video lesson number 3 is available on the website. There are the slides, the progression of slides, they change at 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds. Practice songs will be there soon, if not already. Depends on what the timing of this video. But thank the Lord. Get registered. Well, you've already registered. Let's see, what do I want to say as I close up here? Get ready and practice, I should say, lessons 1, 2, and 3. Review those first lessons and make sure you're on target to get these chords fast, fast, fast. And we'll call video lesson number 3 a wrap.